So today I'm going to be showing you how to draw Phineas from Phineas and Ferb. All right, so we're going to start off, we're going to draw the entire thing in pencil, and then we're going to go back in and color him in here in just a moment. Now to help you guys out, I will be putting a reference photo right here above the Drawing Joshua logo. That way you guys have something to look at while you draw. All right, so I have my pencil, and I'm going to start off by drawing his eye. So I'm going to go to like the center of the page, and I'm going to go up just a little bit. And I'm just going to draw a circle. Something just like that. So I'm going to try to draw a little bit darker, that way you guys can see it a little bit easier, but feel free to draw a little bit lighter, just in case you guys have to erase at all. Okay, so inside of the eye, I'm going to go ahead and draw just another circle or oval, and that's just going to be for his pupil. All right, and then inside of that, I'm going to draw one more little circle, and that's going to be like reflection coming off of his eye. Okay, and now Phineas does have that funny shaped head. So we're going to do that. So this is pretty much just a straight line. So it's going to be at a little bit of an angle down like this. And we don't know exactly how far to do it. So we're just going to leave it like that for right now. Okay. And then it's going to go the other way as well because his eyes are in the center of his head. So we're just going to pretend like this line just keeps on going. And it's just going to go back like that. Okay. All right. Now let's go ahead and draw his second eye, which is kind of on the other side of his head. So from the center of here, I'm just going to bring a circle that comes over. That's roughly the same size as this one. And it just goes into the side of his head like that. All right. And then from the corner, I'm just going to draw his other pupil. And again, like we did here, I'm going to put another little oval on the inside like that. All right. Next, let's go ahead and let's draw his hair. Okay. So from this side of his head, so we're going to go to the left side, I'm just going to put little line down like this, and then I'm just going to draw a little line like this, and that's going to be the start of the rest of his head, but that way we know where the hair ends. Okay, so this is just going to be kind of like some zigzag or like jagged lines. Okay, so from here I'm going to draw a line that comes up, and then it's going to come down like this. Okay, I'm going to do another one. This one might be a little bit bigger, so I'm just going to come up, and then it's going to come down like this. All right, I'm going to draw another one. This one's going to be a little bit different angle, but similar to like this one. It's going to come out and down. And that's going to be roughly lined up with where his head ended here, okay? Now I'm going to draw another, just kind of the opposite of this one. It's going to come down and then come back up. Same thing here. Just going to draw a little bit bigger one. And I'll just draw one more, like a smaller one. That's just going to go in like that. All right, awesome job so far. Now let's go ahead and work on the rest of his head, okay? So this line keeps on coming down. It's at a little bit of a curve. And we're going to go a little bit below his eye. And this is where we're going to put his ear, okay? So this is basically just like the letter C, if you can picture a C. Like that, all right? And then inside of here, it's just like two smaller C's. So I have one small one like that, another like that. All right, great job. And then I'm going to continue this line, and it's just going to go down like that. All right, now let's go ahead and jump to the front of his face, okay? So I kind of like roughly how long we did this line. So I'm going to go ahead and just do the corner here. So I'm just going to make it a corner, and it's just going to come down. And it's not going to quite go as far over as his eye, maybe something like that. All right, then I'm going to cut in. So this next line is going to go towards his eye, all right? Like that. And maybe once you get to about there, maybe somewhere in the range of like where we put his pupil, I'm going to stop. And then I'm going to put another line that curves down. And we're going to pretend like this line keeps on going like this, so we know roughly how far. So I just put a little dot here. That way I know how far to do his mouth. Something like that. All right. Great job. Now I'm going to go ahead and go out just a little bit more. Bring it down. All right, now while we're here, let's go ahead and draw his mouth. So he does have some teeth. So from the corner here, and then I'm going to come in a little bit and come down. And then this line is just going to be the same as this one, and it's just going to go straight to the back like that. All right. Now I'm going to put the teeth on the bottom. So from the corner here, I'm going to come in a little bit. It's just going to be a straight line up and then a straight line over like that. All right, and then we're going to draw kind of the inside of his mouth. So from this corner here, I'm going to come just a little bit over, and this is just going to be a line that comes up like that. And then to draw his tongue, this is just a curved line like this. Okay. All right, awesome. I bet yours is looking great so far. All right, so I'm going to keep on coming down with this. I'm going to make this one come down just a little bit more. All right, and I'm just going to connect it like this. Okay, and this is going to be the start of his shirt. So I'm going to put a little curved line at the edge there, a little curved line at the edge there, just to show both sides. And then I'm going to have, let's start on the left side of his body. So I'm going to start from here, and I'm just going to draw a line that comes down like this. Okay, it doesn't have to be very long. And then we're going to cut over. So this line is going to kind of have this shape to it. So it's just going to kind of curve like this. And then we're going to go up like it's the sleeve of his shirt. So it's the same angle as this line here. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and draw the start of his arm. All right. So I'm going to, his skinnier arms. So it's just going to be a little line down there and like that. And now, because the top of his arm connects to his elbow, I'm going to draw that a little bit further out than the bottom line. And it's just going to curve over. Like that. All right. Now I'm just going to move this line over as well. Oops. Like this. I'm going to go up on his arm a little bit. That way it looks like a crease. So I'm going to grab my eraser here a second. And again, this was why it might be nice to draw a little bit lighter for you guys, just in case you do make any mistakes. All right, now let's draw the inside of his sleeve. So we kind of did this kind of an angle that curved up like this. So I'm going to do an angle that curves the opposite direction like that. Okay, great job. Now, from where we put like the kind of corner of his sleeve, I'm going to come in just a little bit and draw a line that comes down. All right, and this is going to be where we know how far to make his hand. So I'm going to come in like this. And then I'm going to start curving his hand once I reach the edge of his t-shirt here. Like this. And it's going to curve down. And it's going to curve back like this, okay? And we're going to start drawing his fingers here a second. So it's going to curve like this. And it comes in, all right? And we're gonna draw his next one. So starting from the edge of this finger, I'm gonna draw this curved line that comes up, kind of comes down and back in like this. And I'm gonna draw one more, and it's just gonna curve up and back in. Now, from this bottom line, I'm gonna go past it a little bit, and then I'm just gonna draw a line that comes up. All right, awesome. And then from here, I'm gonna go ahead and connect the rest of his arm. Like that. All right, awesome job. And then I want to make his wrist just a little bit bigger, so I might even just come out a little bit further. That way it goes like that. All right, awesome. Just gonna erase this little line in here. Okay, great job. Now let's go ahead and let's draw the bottom of this t-shirt. So we're gonna pretend like this line keeps on coming. I'm gonna draw like this, and it's just gonna curve over, all right? Now, I'm gonna jump back up here, that way I know where to connect his shirt, all right? So we're gonna have him like raising one hand in the air, like he has an idea. So I'm gonna draw this line that comes over, and there's gonna be a line that comes down for his sleeve. All right, okay. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and draw a line that comes up like this. And this is gonna be the line that connects the edge of his t-shirt. Now we know how to connect it like that. Okay, next, I'm gonna go ahead and draw his other arm, all right? So kind of the same width that we did this arm. I'm gonna try my best to make it look like that one. Okay, so something similar to this. And Again, the bottom one is connected to the elbow, so that one goes a little bit further. We're just going to draw this arm a little bit of an angle like this. Okay, so this one comes in just a little bit, and then it comes like this. We're just going to draw his finger up like this, okay? So I'm going to curve this edge around like that, and then we're going to make it like he's holding up his fist with like one finger up, okay? So I'm going to draw a line that comes over. There's a little line that shows like his finger is like curved. All right, I'm going to do one more finger. I'm just going to do the knuckle on this one like this, and this line here is going to be his thumb actually. So this one's going to curve over a little bit. It comes back in and down like this, but we're not quite going to connect it to that line, okay? Because this line, we come around and we go like that. All right, awesome job. And I'm going to put one more line that comes down. That way it looks more like a thumb. Okay, now we just have to add a few more things, but we're getting close to being done, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and draw his legs. So if we jump down to here, I'm going to give him a pair of shorts. So it's a small line like that, and it's going to cut over. Kind of the same shape as what we did this, all right? And it's going to cut up like this, and then we're going to draw his other pant leg. So it comes over like that, and then just a straight line down from his shirt there. All right, now we're going to go ahead and give him a pocket on his pants, all right? So I'm going to have a line that kind of matches this one here, but it just comes over and then goes straight up into his shirt like that. And then to make it look like his pocket has a flap, I'm going to draw a diagonal line, and I'm going to draw another one the opposite direction like that. Okay, great job. Now let's go ahead and draw his legs. So kind of similar to his arms, they're kind of skinnier legs. So just give him some shorter legs like this. I'm going to have a match on both sides. Something like that. All right. And then he typically wears those higher socks that are connected to his shoes. So I'm just going to draw his socks, which is just a line over, and then kind of like a curve for his shoes. Then it stops, curves at the front, and then it's almost like a straight line back up to his socks like that. And how we make it look like a shoe is we start from this side and we just do a curved line that comes back like that. Okay, and then I do the opposite curved line like this, and then we just put a little rectangle on his shoes. Okay. All right, now we're gonna do something similar on this foot, but we're gonna make it look like his other foot is turned. So about the same height, I'm gonna do his sock. I'm gonna draw a line that comes down, maybe to about where we put his shoelace over here. Okay, and it's gonna curve like that. And we draw a line up, and then this is where it's going to start to curve back. So I'm going to put this line down, that way I know how to, like, when to stop it. So like I said, a little line up, and then it curves over like that. All right, awesome job. Now let's go ahead and add the sole of his shoe. So similar to this line here, I'm just going to add another line just a little bit up from that one. I'm going to leave a little gap in between. And then we left the toe of the shoe open like that. So I'm going to do a similar thing on this side, like that, okay? And then again, we did the rectangle over here for the shoelaces. So I'm going to do a rectangle over here for the shoelaces. Okay, great. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some stripes on his shirt, okay? So these are just pretty much going to be lines that follow the one above it. So like this one is his neckline. So I'm just going to have it follow his neckline like that. And then I'm going to do a curve. Let's do one here like that. And I'm going to do one matches there. I'm just going to extend that a little bit. I'm going to do a similar thing on the other sleeve. So one there. And again, these are just following like this line here, okay? All right. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and draw another stripe here. So I'm gonna just do this curved line, or you can do straight lines. It's totally up to you. There's no wrong way to do it. I'm just gonna put like 3 stripes on his shirt, I think. So I'm gonna do another one here. And I might do one more. All right, so just like that, you were all done drawing Phineas. So I'm gonna go ahead and color him in now. So you are welcome to color him in whatever colors you'd like, or you can pause the video at the end and match the colors that I chose. Guys, so as you can see, I colored in my Phineas just kind of with a yellow shirt and blue pants, and I gave him some red hair like he has on the TV show. But I'd love to see how your drawings turned out. So feel free to tag me on any social media posts, or have you or a parent email me at drawingjoshua123@gmail.com. Now I'm always looking to hear what you guys want to draw next, so feel free to drop a comment below of what you'd like to learn how to draw, and I'd love to work that into a future video. But please remember that drawing does take practice. So practice and always have fun. Thanks, everyone.